So again, we want to sharpen that entire edge of the flat grind. So when you're learning, this is how I advise you to start. You lay the whole knife flat on the stone, and then you lift the edge until the bevel is now fully in contact with the stone. And what you're going to do is push all the way up the stone and off the end. Now, there's three things I'm looking for to know that I'm doing this correctly. The first thing is that when I push it, it doesn't judder. If it judders a little bit, that means I'm lifting too high and I'm digging into the stone. And you're going to alter the edge of the knife, and you're also going to damage the stone a little bit, so you want to avoid that. So I push and it should be nice and smooth, so no juddering. The second thing is it should sound smooth. You shouldn't hear a grinding noise. Again, that kind of indicates that you're lifting the knife a little bit too high, and again, you're digging into the stone. So it should be smooth, it should sound smooth. The third thing is, if I keep lots of water on the stone and I do one stroke, I should be able to push a bead of water off the end of the stone. And what that tells me is that I'm not too shallow an angle so that the water is drifting under the edge. And that means that I'm not going to be sharpening that whole surface. So a single stroke sounds right, it feels right, and I can push a bead of water off the end. Now obviously, if I just push up and off the stone, I will miss the tip. And here's the really subtle part of sharpening an edge that has a rounded tip here. As you push up, you have to drift across the stone, and you have to lift your right hand to go almost round the corner of the edge. That's kind of a difficult thing to explain, and it's also a difficult thing to learn, but a bit of practice and it'll become completely second nature. So I tend to support the knife in my right hand because I'm right-handed, and then I pinch the tip just on the shoulder of the bevel before I do a stroke, and I push up the stone, across it at the same time, and I lift that hand to go round the corner. A really nice tip when you're learning to do this is to take a felt tip pen and to colour in the entire surface of the bevel, and then do one stroke and have a look at the edge. And that will clearly show if there's any parts that you're missing, because the pen ink will still be left on the bevel for any areas that you haven't touched. So that's a really nice tip when you're learning.